Alright guys, I made a video I don't know, probably actually a month ago now, about this seat from C.C.Rider. It was an unboxing first impression video, and today I figured I'd take my Street Bob out and give you my long-term review on it. So let's get into it. Yeah, this is my 2020 Street Bob. I traded in a 2016 Sportster 883 for this, and in my last video on this seat, I did an initial review video. I found somewhere on someone did a YouTube video on this company called C.C.Rider. Excuse me if I have the visor cracked open. It's humid out right now. And he put, it was basically a video on a two-piece, two-up seat for the Street Bob. And it was basically a direct replacement. It looked the same, it had the same stitching, and it was a two-piece seat, so it was basically identical to the original seat. In 2020, the Street Bobs still came with a single seat, and then of course in 2021 they came out with the Street Bob 114, which they put the 114 engine in and put two-up seat, the passenger pegs, and only charged you about $500 or so more. So I kind of lost out on that deal buying a 2020 because this has the 107. But with that being said, I decided to look up this C.C.Rider website, and it was, I guess it's a newer company that came out a few years ago, I think, and they're trying to get their name out. And I didn't really want to spend a lot of money on a seat for a bike that it's not my daily driver. You guys know that I traded in my 2016 Kawasaki Vulcan Vaquero for the 2022 Lowrider ST, and that's more of my daily driver. This is something that I ride here and there around town. Not taking it on long trips or anything, just something to bebop around town. But I have that Dean Speed sissy bar on the back, and I wanted padding on the back so I could, you know, if I wanted to bungee cord my backpack, you know, that I take to work on the back, instead of wearing it, I could bungee cord it to the back of that without worrying about like scratching the paint or anything. So I originally was going to get a Saddleman I can't remember what they're called. It's basically a seat that looks exactly like this. I can't remember what that seat's called offhand. I'll put a picture in here if I can, when I find it. But I was gonna buy that, and it was $300 some bucks, $300, I can't remember. And I found this seat, and it was 130 bucks. Now it doesn't have the gel core in it as some of the other C.C.Rider seats have, and I think that's why it was so cheap. But it was 130 bucks for this seat. It's got the diamond stitch, it's white, which I like, and it's a one-piece two-up seat. And I said, why not give it a try? It's 130 bucks. How bad can it be? I mean, it can't be any worse comfort-wise. The stock seat is horrible in my opinion. I mean, it's nice to bebop around town, but if you're on that seat for more than an hour, half hour, 40 minutes or whatever, it sucks. Like, it's just bad. It's a bad seat. With this seat, it is more comfortable than the stock seat. I will say that it is. It's not like a Lepera or a Saddleman for that matter, or a Corbin seat, or even a, you know, more plush Harley seat. But for the price, it's definitely more comfortable than stock. And that's all I was really looking for. Being that I have this bike stretched out, you know, my arms are stretched out, my legs are stretched out, like having a book bag around your shoulders, pinching your shoulders, you know, in between your armpits, sucks. So the pros of this seat are, it's $130. It came fairly quickly. There's deer. It was packaged wonderfully. If you go check that last video I did a month ago or whatever, it was packaged nicely. Quality at least is better than what I expected for a seat that's $130. So there's your pros. Your cons on this seat for this bike are the fact that it doesn't fit. Now when I say it doesn't fit, I don't mean it doesn't fit and I had to make adjustments to it to make it fit. I mean it doesn't fit as in, I'll show you later, and I made it a point in that video that it does not sit on the frame like it's supposed to. Like the rubber mounts that sit on the frame that are supposed to, you know, help vibration and whatever and whatnot, the pillion part or the driver part doesn't fit. There's a gap. Go ahead, Orkin man. It doesn't fit, and it's kind of annoying. Because it doesn't sit on the frame, it's not flush, it's not formed to the frame properly like a Saddleman or a Corbin or, you know, any of your big name seats, Harley for that matter. It shifts. Like I can move the seat left and right, and I feel like it barely, the little tongue that's supposed to go under the tank, like right here, I don't know if you can see that, it's off center. And I feel like if I push it back far enough, that the seat will pop off. And that's not good. You don't want that. So it's inexpensive for what it is, and it's more comfortable than stock, but it doesn't fit. So in the aspect that it doesn't fit the frame properly. I did send them an email and asked them if it was a manufacturer defect or a bad run or something, or if this particular seat for this bike just wasn't fitted properly. Because they do have a step up. It's basically a clone of a Saddleman, and the thing is that you can't determine is they don't have real pictures of the seats on the bike. This is the side profile. You can see this rubber is supposed to sit right here, and it doesn't. And I mean, I can lift this seat up like this, so it seems like it's meant to be forward more, but that's as far as that thing will go. And you can see, I mean, I feel like that tongue isn't very far in, and this thing could be further forward. I haven't really tried to mess around with it, but the feel of the seat isn't bad. It's just the fitment of the seat is horrible. I mean, this thing is supposed to sit right here, and it doesn't. I haven't taken it off yet to see if there's anything that it's screwed up, but I mean, you look at it from here and it just looks like there's a huge gap under the seat, and it kind of looks goofy. So that's my gripe about it. Yeah, that's my gripe about it. It just looks funny. I mean, it sits, whatever, I like the white diamond stitch. It kind of flows. When these tires are done, I'm going to put white walls on them. Make it look like more of a bobber style bike. You know, I think those are 12-inch or 14-inch bars, and then I put 2-inch risers, spacers in it to make it, I think it's almost 16 inches total. But you know, I like the look of the bike, and then I just wish the seat kind of fit a little bit better, but that's really my only gripe about it. So if you're looking for a seat for relatively cheap price, they do have a good selection of seats for touring bikes, for the Street Bob. I believe the Street Bob, the Deluxe, and the Heritage all have the same rear frame. So I believe those three fit. I'm not 100% sure, but they've got one-piece two-up seats, two-piece two-up seats, one-piece one-up seats for at least this bike that I know of. With that being said, that's my final review. I think I've put think I've put about 500 miles on this seat. And again, it is more comfortable than stock. So if you like this video, give it a like. Let your friends know, anyone that has a Street Bob, let them know that they make a cheap seat for the Street Bob. It's not perfect, but if you're on a budget, you know, it's not as bad, it's not half bad, I guess. And leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.